Hello and welcome to the Money Marketing Podcast, and welcome to this special series of Weekend Essay podcasts. Join us as we delve into the personal narratives of our editorial team, exploring the intersection of life experiences and financial advice. From triumphs to setbacks, each episode offers a candid glimpse into the journeys that shape our perspectives on money management. Get ready to uncover the human side of finance as we share our stories, insights, and lessons learned along the way. Welcome to the Weekend Essays on the Money Marketing Podcast.
Weekend Essay. Are people doing enough to protect themselves from scams? Scams are on the rise. Not a day goes by without us receiving scam messages via email, telephone, or social media. It is pervasive, persistent, and annoying. We have learned to ignore these scam messages, but the problem hasn't gone away. The fraudsters are determined to get us to part with our monies. They have devised all manner of ploys to defraud us. From romance to investment scam, no area is off limits to these swindlers. All we can have is eternal vigilance and hope we don't run out of luck. But is it always possible? Last week, my wife confided to me that she was the victim of fraud. Scammers had accessed her personal details and opened several credit card accounts. 4 of the 10 accounts were active by the time she received an Experian fraud alert. Luckily, she was able to cancel the accounts before any money was taken. She was angry and embarrassed that this had happened to her. "I never imagined I would be a victim of a scam," she said. I reassured her that she was not alone. Louise Vallely, a colleague of mine, was also recently targeted by a scammer who hacked into her work email account. Most times we assume scams happen to the naive and the vulnerable in our society. But that's not always true. Smart people fall for these scams too. In fact, 1 in 5 people across the UK has fallen victim to a scam. An estimated 9 million people were affected by financial scams in the past year, according to Citizens Advice. Scammers are stealing more than £3 million a day from victims. Nearly 1.2 billion was stolen from customers in 2023, latest data from UK Finance shows. Research from Wealth at Work found that the average amount people lost to financial scams was over £1,000. It also found that more than a third, 34% of those who had lost money to a scam in the last year had done so to 2 or more types of scams. The study revealed the worrying impact losing money to a financial scam had on people. 2 out of 5, 40%, find it difficult to trust any financial information is legitimate. More than a quarter, 27%, say it has had a negative impact on their mental health. And almost a quarter, 24%, do not feel safe investing their money. Losing money to financial scam had also meant that more than a fifth, 22%, have had to change their plans for the future. Wealth at Work has identified the most common financial scams that people lost money to in the last year. They include purchase scams, 27%, investment scams, 19%, friends or family scams, 18%, bank account scams, 18%, tech support scams, 15%, befriending romance scams, 14%, pension scams, 13%, tax refund scams, 10%, and lottery scams, 9%. Jonathan Watley, director of Wealth at Work, said, "Financial scamming is rife, and it's shocking that many people have lost money, not just once, but multiple times, to scams. People need to be on their guard as fraudsters use many convincing techniques to persuade their victims they are genuine. Many of these scams look completely legitimate and are not easy to spot. People often get seduced by the promise of investment returns that are too good to be true. Those that run scams are clever and may have been able to get hold of personal details. They often have very professional-looking websites and literature that makes it hard to distinguish from the real thing. They will also use technology and try to contact individuals through various means, such as social media, text, telephone calls, and emails." Consumer champion Martin Lewis dubbed social media as the Wild West for online scams. He recently warned that scammers are using a fake interview of Chancellor Rachel Reeves to trick consumers into sharing their bank details before the budget. His warning comes as another survey from Barclays shows the growing reliance on social media as a source of financial guidance. This is driven largely by its accessibility and the cost barriers associated with professional financial advice. The study found that 23% of respondents turn to platforms such as social media, community messaging apps, and online forums for investment tips, and 19% are attracted by the ease and speed of obtaining financial guidance through these platforms. Over half, 51% of Brits who consult social media for investment advice fail to regularly verify the credibility of influencers and their content. However, the Financial Conduct Authority has taken a zero-tolerance approach to unauthorized financial promotions online. On Tuesday, the regulator interviewed 20 influencers under caution for touting financial services products illegally. It also issued 38 alerts against social media accounts operated by influencers that may contain unlawful promotion. In May, FCA brought charges against 9 individuals in relation to an unauthorized foreign exchange trading scheme promoted on social media. The individuals, many of whom were former reality TV stars, had appeared in shows, including Love Island and The Only Way is Essex. This week is Scams Awareness Week, 21st to 27 October. A campaign set up by Citizens Advice to create a network of confident, alert consumers who know what to do when they spot a scam. The charity says it wants individuals, families, and organizations looking to protect themselves from scams to be scam aware all year round. Anyone can fall victim to a scam, and we know scammers aren't only targeting those looking to invest money, but also those simply going about their day-to-day lives. Dame Claire Moriarty, Chief Executive of Citizen Advice, told Metro. It's particularly worrying to see the impact on people's finances afterwards, especially if they have to borrow to get by. It's important for us all to be on our guard. If you're not sure about something, take your time and get advice.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of our weekend essay series. We do hope that you enjoyed it. Please do keep up to date with all our new releases via Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcasts from. You can also keep up to date with all our new content published on the Money Marketing website, as well as our print edition Money Marketing magazine, so make sure to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. See you next time.